as a young man as a gift. Please hear me. Hear me. Hear this. If you are a mother, teach your children that we don't get things by looking for it. We get things by making ourselves ready for it. Don't push your children into looking for things. Prepare them for things. If you keep on preparing them, things will come to where they are. Let me tell you something we don't struggle with. If you look up, I'm going to give you this great gift. God will not make every man visionary. It's a gift. And something we will never struggle with. It doesn't matter how somebody is competing. God will never give two people the same value. I tell you, two men cannot have the same value, so don't even compete. There is no destiny that looks for two people. There is no destiny that's meant for two people. All that you need to know is what a particular destiny is looking for in you. What it takes to have a destiny. Joseph was not looking for Potiphar. Oh, I don't know how to say this so that a young man can be blessed. Joseph was bought by Potiphar. He's supposed to be a slave who should be getting something from Potiphar. Now a slave boy turned to help Potiphar. Somebody who's supposed to be low turned to be a helper of a big man. Oh, can I make it in a way you understand it? Potiphar paid for Joseph to come to his house as a slave. But Joseph entered into the house of Potiphar not with a slave mentality. A slave is somebody who sees himself as nothing. Somebody who is helpless to an ogre. Joseph didn't see himself like that. He sees himself as somebody who should help an ogre. Do you know why it was possible for him? Do you know why it was possible? Can I tell you why it was possible? Joseph didn't care about taking anything from Potiphar because he was sufficient in himself. Slaves will always think about what they will take from their ogre because they believe they are nothing. Joseph didn't think that way. So the problem number one is thought. Now, clear vision does not allow you to be inferior. You see, because after vision is clear, you don't need another thing. Can I say it again? Nothing can replace what you are living for. After what you are living for is clear, you don't need another thing. Every other thing you need will come there. For the 5 and 7, Joseph said, God sent me to preserve you. He didn't preserve them with money. Joseph have not always had money, but he can buy people. There is nobody on earth that doesn't have what he needs. And can I tell you something you don't know? What we can always do for people is always more important to them than money. What your life can do for somebody will always be more important than money. Do it and don't worry about money. Do it very well. What your life can do for somebody. But before you start doing it, discover it. I will never build locust army with money. I will build locust army with something money come back. Something that is not corruptible. Money is ordinary. Oh. Can you record all I have said? In about 3 hours, 18 minutes. I mean, in 3 hours for 2 minutes. Can you record it? How do you quantify with money? How do I come down here now soon and become ordinary man? How? It's late. Don't forget that for more than 22 years, I've never said nonsense anywhere. I have made about 460 something books, and by the end of the year, I will make it up to 500. Must. If I didn't make it by October, I will make it before December. Sometimes when I look at my books, I say, come, you have said some things terrible. I told you before, I said, Joseph didn't give Potiphar money. He brought wisdom of value into the house. And the house prospered. The prosperity is a being, not a thing. It's a being of value. It's a thing. It's not a thing. I said the prosperity is not. It's not a thing. It's a being of value. And then Joseph helped a big man. Now it was not enough. Please hear me. Let me tell you 4 stages of Joseph's life concerning usefulness that will taught you too much. When God asks you to stay with a man, stay with a woman, the only reason he's asking you to stay with that man or that woman is to be useful to the man. There must be something you are meant to do for him while you are there. Find it out and stay with it. And that represents your eternal value. Wait a minute. When Joseph was with his brother in the house of Jacob, he kept the farm. Keep on bringing evil report. They sold him, brought him to the house of Potiphar. He prospered the house. He didn't give them money. They took Joseph from accusation, brought him into prison. Joseph held prisoners. That's number 3. Then they brought Joseph to Pharaoh, Gogo. And then Joseph started buying Egyptians and their land. None of this thing was done with money. I said what? I said what? Excuse me, if you don't have revelation of value, go to university and get 20 degrees. 20 degrees does not still make valuable. Value is a revelation. I say value. It doesn't take degree. The school of God is far more important than the school of man. Now that is why I brought something I want to say before I go into Union life. Before I go into Union life, that's something I told you I will tell you about Union. I said the God is housed on the mountain on top of other mountains. Kennedy, are you still there? You're doing too much work. God's house is located in the mountain on top of other mountains. If you say praise God, I will give you a gift. My number 1 point on this heading is, I know I will tell you this, please hear me. Every destiny God gives to you, make a demand on where you should be found. God have to be God on top of other mountains. God have to be God on the mountain on top of that mountain. That's where God, in Micah chapter 4, 1-3. That is the only place God can be God. God have to be found in that mountain to be what? to be God. God cannot be God everywhere. That is, you want to wear flesh. Now, the blessings God want to give you must compel you to be found in a place among a people. Don't forget that every dream is fulfilled in a place with a people. You cannot tell Joseph to be a prime minister without Egypt and Pharaoh. The oil of Magdalene is not meant for two men. Simon or Simon didn't need to carry the cross of Jesus. Joshua needed to serve Moses. So if your life has meaning, your life must attach you to a place and a people. Now, if you don't discover the place, then you have not started life. Remember that in Psalm 48, 1 and 2, it is only in Mount Zion, that is on the mountain on top of another mountain, that God is a great king. It is only on top of that mountain that the law can go out. So don't joke with covenant place and covenant people. The mystery of a great lifestyle on the union privileges, the great privileges of entering union, 14 of the book of Revelation. This is the part of the Bible I tell you that 99.99 pastors must not preach from. I tell you that. They don't have any business with it. It's one of my